Hey people, I have an awake little girl here. Her stuffed animals have been talking to each other. She's calling Mama. I'm gonna let Mama handle this one. I have had a really interesting thing come through this morning in meditation. You know, I was talking about my archetypes the other day, and my coach gave me some really kind of clarifying feedback that she was saying, if you're feeling fatigue, you're probably in your warrior archetype too much, and you're not allowing the magician and or the lover to be part of your psyche enough. And that felt really true, and I've kind of been it's been kicking around in my head ever since. And you know, so I've had a bunch of stuff come through today as I was doing qigong and meditating, and it was what I so I'm going to try and organize these thoughts. But the first one was that these more playful archetypes, like the lover and the magician, they're a more yin energy. They're a more they're less driven. They're more about allowing. And I think that on some level, you know, I've talked in a previous post about my father and my brother, and you know, admiring my brother's ability to be free and just expressive and playful in a way that felt just alive and joyous. It just feels like a positive orientation towards life. And I think that, and I had never associated this with archetypes, but I feel like there's something there, because there's a way in which I was kind of craving allowing my other archetypes, my like non-warrior archetypes, a magician and a lover, to kind of like have some time to play, to get to like drive for a while. And I hadn't kind of connected those things, but I did this morning. And then I also just started you know, thinking about, even on piano, like even the way that I play piano, there's a way in which when I'm playing piano, from my warrior archetype, which is I think what I do a fair amount of the time, there's really only getting it right and getting it wrong. You know, there's really only winning the battle and losing the battle. And that's not a helpful place to play piano from. And you know, I've created an entire course around not doing that, and I think it's obviously in my psyche, and it's going in. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm totally throttled by this archetype anymore, but I will say that now I also identify where I'm coming from when I have a kind of like, when I have anxiety around playing, or when I have something, just I go on an event and it starts to trigger, because there's this thing, you know, when I imagine the events that I've been on where I wasn't quite sure how to be myself, that feels like warrior archetype too, because it feels like the event creates pressure. The pressure creates a sense of, okay, here comes a battle. I'm going to go into a battle, or I need to win this. And then the warrior archetype really doesn't have a lot to offer. The warrior archetype is always either anticipating attack or launching an attack, and it's not that any of these things are necessarily always violent or bad. I haven't been in my warrior archetype because I've been going around town with a sword swinging it at people. I've been in my warrior archetype because I'm building something that's part of my livelihood. It's part of creating my life. It's part of generating something that's ultimately incredibly positive. I know that what I'm doing right now, it just feels so good. But I don't have to always create that thing from this place. And when I imagine being on these events and like kind of freezing up, it's because I'm not allowing my other archetypes to drive. Because my magician archetype in a public event would just play and would just have the right thing to say magically every time. And I've had that experience too. I've been in performance situations or whatever, and that playfulness comes out, and it's like magic. It's literally the magician. And so I'm just kind of tracking this because it gives me a way of grasping what's happening, and also taking, I think, some steps, like really diagnosing, okay, when do I need to be coming from my warrior archetype and when do I not? When can I actually like decide really intentionally to go to a different place and just to come from a different place? And so yeah, piano is a domain that I'm thinking about that in. It's like I think that because like when I'm practicing at home, just playing for myself, I can play for hours and just be in total discovery mode. No mistakes ever. It doesn't mean I would make no mistakes, but it means every mistake is this gold nugget, this opportunity, this gift, this portal into the now. And so it's totally possible. I know I can do this. I've done it before, and I'm just getting a sense of orienting towards that and kind of connecting with these other archetypes and realizing, oh my God, they have so much to give. My life can get so much easier. I was literally standing here doing Qigong this morning, thinking about magic money. For some reason, the phrase magic money popped into my head. Like, money should be magical. Money should arrive magically. It shouldn't all just be earned, hard earned. This is something I talk about with Kyle a lot, and with Larry, the money shaman. And it's totally true. It's totally true, but the warrior can't do that. The warrior can only go out and earn his wage. The magician can make anything, So I'm just kind of playing with this and tracking it for myself and trying to just become more conscious of where I'm coming from and what is going to feed me and feed the world more if I allow it through in my energy. So that's where I am this morning. Okay, so now it's Papa's turn. I love you, folks. Have a great day. I will see you very soon. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.